fine here. You join me as I'm crouched down behind a cactus near a crowd of people, and somewhere in that crowd are the guests for tonight's Tim Vine Chat Show. I am so excited. I've got pins and needles running up and down my spine. No, wait. I've leant back on the cactus. Let's do this.
All the guests on the Tim Vine Chat Show are plucked from the audience on the night of recording. The first time Tim meets them is when they walk up on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BBC Radio Theatre, the spiritual home of comedy and the physical home of nobody, because this is a theatre. Welcome to the Tim Vine Chat Show. Let's hear it for your host, Tim Vine! Thank you. Good evening. I was at home today. My dad's sister walked into the room spinning round in circles, so I thought, oh, my giddy aunt. Yes, welcome to the Tim Vine Chat Show, the show where you, the audience, provide all the entertainment, which can only mean one thing. What we need is a miracle. What we need is a miracle. And I believe in miracles, don't you?
Yep.
That's just fantastic. Or were you being sarcastic? Let's grab this one chance, and if this miracle comes true, it'll be a miracle. What a voice! Give that woman a round of applause. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as I look round the room, I can see the celebrities of tomorrow. Unfortunately, we're actually recording today. Do you know, the other day I got lost in the jungle. Luckily, I had a compass with me, so I was able to draw perfect circles with a pencil. So I said to this bloke, I said, I've just sold some homemade chicken pellets to the local farm. He said, have you had any feedback? I said, I don't like it. I'll do all the chicken jokes now. I've got a chicken-proof lawn. It's impeccable. And that applause isn't quite catching on, is it? This chicken came up to me, he said, I can't find my eggs. I said, you probably mislaid them. So I was having a pillow fight with a friend of this absolutely everywhere because my friend is a swan. But you know, the reason why animal testing is not popular is it's because the tests are not interesting enough, are they? They should do more interesting tests. Like, for example, how long does it take to get a kangaroo into a wetsuit? If you put a frog on a trampoline, do they cancel each other out? If you sellotape a tortoise to the front of a Formula 1 car, at what speed does he close his eyes? So I was driving down the road, I was overtaken by a chocolate at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, it was a Ferrari Rocher. But I tell you what, burglars are getting very clever, aren't they? I was in bed last night, my wife woke me up, she said, darling, wake up. She said, I think there's a burglar downstairs, can you go and check? So I got out of bed, I went downstairs, I checked in every room, and there was nobody there. And then suddenly I remembered, I haven't got a wife. So I dashed back upstairs, but it was too late, the bed had gone. But you know, I don't know about you, but I've only ever done one burglary, and I was caught because I made too much noise, but I was shown how to smash a window in total silence. What you do is you get a double page of newspaper and you cover it in golden syrup and then you stick it on the window. When you smash it, it comes off in little bits, makes no noise at all. The problem was, someone overheard me hammering the lid back on the syrup. But someone said to me, in fact, they didn't say it to me, I overheard it, that apparently syrup is very thick. It's got a very thick consistency. I mean, no one actually said it to my face. Well, the punchline's viscous rumour. You make that funny. So I said to Robin Hood, I said, I've just been tying pieces of string together in your hometown. And he said, Nottingham. I said, yes, it was. I said, where'd you keep your arrows? He said, in a quiver. I said, where'd you keep your arrows? I said, do you want a game of darts? He said, nearest to ball starts. I said, bah. He said, I said, you're closest. But ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing on guests. Guests that are sitting in this very audience are coming on to be with us, and we have to play them on with music, so let's welcome the house band, Acne Blue Bottle. Let's hear it for them. Come on. Yes, Acne Blue Bottle. You can listen to them on Spotify. Before we go any further, I need to do a bit of housekeeping. It's a Hoover. Oh, that joke sucks. So, let's do some catchphrases, ladies and gentlemen. This is a show with catchphrases. The first catchphrase is, I say to you, sir, I say, how old are you? And you say?
50.
You're 50, I'm 50, we're all 50! And we all join in with the third bit. Do you like sunshine?
Yes.
You like sunshine, I like sunshine, we all like sunshine! That's the first catchphrase. The second catchphrase is I say, what's been killed? And you say, the atmosphere. Let's just try that now. What's been killed? The atmosphere. We may use that one several times. The next catchphrase is I say, temper, temper, and you all say, we're all friends here. So let's try that one. Temper, temper! We're all friends here. Are you ready for the first guest? Yes! You're ready for the first guest. I'm ready for the first guest. We're all ready for the first guest. What a thrill to kick this show off with an absolutely sensational guest. Ladies and gentlemen, this person is a sign maker, and his name is Alan Rose. Let's hear it for Alan! Come on stage. So, how are you, Alan?
I'm very nervous. Well, I've been
You're
nervous.
nervous?
I've gone right off the scale of nervous, I think.
Have you? Well, don't worry, I'm nervous as well. We're all friends here, aren't we? In fact, well, temper, temper... I know it doesn't really work like that, does it? But the point is, sign making, what a great job that is. Tell us about sign writing and sign making. Is it always, is it joined up writing? What was the last sign you made?
It was an industrial nameplate. It wasn't very funny,
well, listen, don't worry, it's not your job. Let me worry about that. And I am slightly worried, actually. But an industrial nameplate. So what did it say?
Well, machines need information about how they work and what number they are and that sort of barcodes and so forth. And we make those. You know. Right. Somebody has to do it.
Yeah. I don't know why you thought that wasn't funny, Alan. So it's a barcode?
Yes, barcode and number, yeah.
Are you sure you're a sign maker? Because I thought a sign maker is a sign... You know, a barcode's not a sign, that's a label. You're a label maker, aren't you? Are you a label maker?
Yeah, but it doesn't sound quite as...
You're a label maker.
Yeah.
So is it only barcodes, or do you do anything else?
No, we can do anything. We can make photographs of metal as well.
You can photographs of metal?
On metal.
Oh,
yeah.
on metal.
Yeah, some people like to have, say, wedding album with a photograph on the front in metal.
Do they?
Some people do.
Metal printing? Well, I never. I certainly wasn't expecting that. I saw a big sign the other day, and it just said the word future. I thought, well, that's a sign of things to come, isn't it? But here is an extraordinary thing that happened to you in the 1980s. Will you tell us what happened? Because you were training to be a paratrooper at one time, weren't you?
Yes, and you have to do a lot of parachuting to do that.
Yeah, well, I imagine that training to be... Yeah, that sort of makes sense, that if you're training to do something, you do it. Yeah. So you were doing a lot of jumps?
Yes, you have to do a certain number of jumps to get your wings.
Right. Oh, they give you wings?
Yes. If you do all the jumps well, they give you wings, and you can wear them on your arm.
I was expecting a parachute, to be honest, but... You're in the aeroplane.
Yes.
And if it's all right with you, we'll do the whole show with Alan. You were in the aeroplane, Alan. Yeah. Tell us what happened.
So I leave the aircraft, and I actually connected with it as I jumped out.
Right, and that was a bad shot. You got the whole sky to aim at, and you hit the aircraft.
Yes.
Are you sure you jumped in the right direction? You might have closed your eyes and jumped backwards. You didn't do that, did you? No. So you jumped, and
so I hit the aircraft, and I spun around quite a lot.
Oh my word!
Which meant that my parachute got tangled up. Mm. So I put my head back, but I couldn't get my head back because it was so tangled up behind my neck that I couldn't actually see it.
Oh, my goodness.
So I was pondering the situation, and...
Is that another way of saying screaming? You see, it was cool as a cucumber. What really went through your mind? Because you must have thought you were going to die.
Before I really thought about what was going on, I hit the ground.
So the parachute didn't open?
It was open partially, yes.
At what sort of speed did you...
I don't know. It was very, very fast. And...
What's been killed? The atmosphere. I say that, you did survive, clearly, because you're here.
But I walked away from it.
Literally at that time?
Yeah, literally at the time, yeah.
I mean, it's one extraordinary thing to happen in your life. Do you think that was a sign? Let's hear it for Alan! I was going to say that he went down well, but that's probably the wrong phrase. Let's celebrate the first guest with a bit of music. Hit the music, please. I knew a couple from Eastern Europe. They loved with all their heart. Then one day they split up, and now they're just poles apart. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the next guest? Yes! So am I. What a thrill. This person's come all the way from Grays in Essex. They're the manager of a citizens' advice bureau in Southend. Let's hear it for Trish Carpenter! So you're the manager of a citizens' advice bureau in Southend.
I am.
What sort of advice do people ask you to give?
Oh, what don't they ask us?
Well, I don't want to know that. How do you ride a horse? You know.
I'll tell you the funniest one I was ever asked when I first started.
I like you already. What happened? Yes. Yeah.
Well, somebody rang up and said, how long do I cook a turkey for? So I went away and said, because I was only training at the time, and
Right.
they said, well, I usually put it in the oven for this long.
And you just told them how you cook a turkey?
Yes, well, I never have, so it was rather a difficult question for me. I've always managed to go somewhere else for Christmas dinner rather than inflict my cooking on friends and family who probably wouldn't want
Right, it
to
must
go
be
through
pretty
that
bad for
experience.
you to not spend Christmas with your family. But
You've not met them?
I've not met them,
No.
it's true, but let me just check they're not coming up next. But what a great thing, because presumably you can be asked anything. You just said you were asked about Turkey. What other questions do people ask? What sort of things do people
Everything. Today I was talking to somebody about wills and death, so it's everything.
I was
But
gonna
A
write-
to Z. It is literally A to Z, and it was really quite useful when they brought in 0 hours contracts, because at long last, when I was giving a talk, I
Yes.
had a Z.
You
as
had
an
a Z?
example, yes.
Right, at
Prior to that,
last.
to stop at X-rays.
Right. I had a joke to tell, but I'm happy to hear you now. I was going to say I was going to write my will, but, you know, life's too short, isn't it? Yeah. But your stuff was better. No, you were nearly... something terrible nearly happened to you. You nearly shot, weren't you?
I was.
Right. Well, that's... We'd certainly like to know how that happened.
Okay.
Yeah. Was this actually in... Where were you? What happened?
We were in the office.
You were in the office?
Yes, we were honoured to have a visit by Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal, Princess Anne. And the previous visit that
Yes.
Princess Anne had been on had been to a country park.
Right.
And coming from the top of the Princess Royal's jacket was an insect.
An insect?
Yes.
What sort of insect?
I honestly can't remember, but it was crawling and it was quite large.
You're certain it wasn't a brooch?
No, it was definitely moving. And as any person would do,
Yes.
you go to get rid of it because you don't want things like that.
Please tell me you didn't try
crawling
and
around.
shoot it off.
And because of the arm movement to flick the offending insect, the Royal Protection Officer nearly had to draw his weapon and shoot me.
You tried to brush an insect off the Princess Royal. I tried to brush an insect off the Princess Royal. We all tried to brush an insect off the Princess Royal. Why don't we play a game of opposite?
OK.
What is the opposite, the opposite, the opposite? What is the opposite of hate?
What is the opposite of sofa?
Lounge.
No. Sofa is in a lounge, but it's not the opposite of lounge. I was after spiral staircase.
What is the opposite of hate?
Which is a shame, because if you'd have got that right, you would have won a set of 3 Tim Vine DVDs. Yeah, I know. There's some films that I've already seen, don't need them anymore. Let's hear it for Trish! What an extraordinary guest that was. Let's sing a song together. It's a song that you can all join in with, at home and in the studio. This song is called It's Easy. Hit the music, please. It's easy. 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 It's easy, easy, easy. It's easy, easy, easy. It's easy, easy, easy. It's easy, easy, easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. Blimey, that was hard work, wasn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the next guest? Yes! So am I. What a thrill to have this person with us. We're bringing youth up here, the future of our country. Let's hear it for student Jack Moore. Let's hear it for Jack. Jack, lovely to see you. You don't get a job as an airline pilot. They say, hi, Jack, and everyone starts screaming. It's great, though, because look at you in your prime of life. How old are you?
20.
20 years old. 20 years old. I mean, it's just the future is... It's just all ahead of you, isn't it? And what do you... Well, it's all ahead of all of us, actually, the future. But, what are you actually studying at
Product design.
Product design.
Yeah.
So what do you... To be doing that course, though, you must be interested in something like that as well. You've probably got some amazing dream job that you want to do at the end of it all. What do you want to do?
Working for someone like Lego would be quite nice. Some sort of product company. Yeah.
OK. In what capacity?
Just sort of general building of Lego.
If you've just joined us, he's 20. I mean, I'm with you, actually. Well, I am at the moment. Something happened to you, didn't it? Let's hope so. Anyway, Jack. So you were picked up by a Ugandan taxi driver. I mean, you know, he was in the role of taxi driver.
Yes. I was indeed. I was off to do some whitewater rafting for the weekend. A man, very insistent that he was from the rafting company I was going with, ushered me into his van. Yeah. Did you just look at your watch then? You won't be here for much longer, don't worry. So the Ugandan taxi driver, he said, I'll take you to your rafting place. He did indeed.
Right, yeah.
We started driving off and I kept checking, you're with this company or the right person. He said, yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah. I probably should have picked up on that from the start, that he wasn't too sure about it all. Right. We got to the very edge of the city and I asked him just one more time, you're definitely with this company? And he said, no, I've got nothing to do with them. Oh dear. God, that's a bit scary at that point, isn't it? Peculiar. Yeah. I said, so where are you taking me? Oh. And he thought... Just leave that, wait a minute, just let that moment just hover there for a moment. That's a page-turner moment there. We just know, hold on, where are you taking me? Can we have some creepy music, perhaps? And perhaps if you could just tell that last bit of the story again, but slower. Some creepy music, please. Here we go. So, we were driving along, and I asked the guy for a third time, you're definitely with this company? And he said, no. And I said, so where are you taking me? And what did he say? In the general area of the rafting. There we are, that was creepy. So you got out, did you? Yeah, at that point, I said, I don't think I'm meant to be in your taxi. No. And he said, so why are you in here? You've got to get out. So chucked me out of the taxi. Yes. With probably still a good hour to go on the journey. Right. I had to somehow find my way back to the correct taxi man. who was going to take me not just to the general area of the rafting, but the actual area of the rafting.
That's one of those stories that's scariest in the middle, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Have you ever met your bank manager?
No.
Do you know, it's amazing how many people haven't. I've never met your bank manager either. Let's hear it for Jack, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sing a song about an evil German dictator. Hitler music. But I love music, but there's some types of music I don't like. I don't particularly like the songs of Simon and Garfunkel. To me, they're all full of lies. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the next guest? Yes! So am I. We've had some absolute stars on the show so far. What a thrill to have this person with us. Please welcome health therapist Tracy Dell. Let's hear it for Tracy. How wonderful to see you here, Tracy. You're a health therapist.
I am.
Now, that sounds like a nurse, but it's probably not, is it?
I'm not, no.
No. Well, tell us what a health therapist is then.
I do colonic irrigation.
Good Lord. Oh, that takes it out of you, doesn't it? Well, I mean, I'm not sure what... I genuinely, it says health therapist is. I wasn't expecting that, but it's...
Sorry.
No, listen, and it's supposed to be very good for you, isn't it? It's supposed to...
Yeah, it's very good for you, very cleansing.
Yeah, well, that's the nature of it, is it?
Yeah,
Cleanses,
it is,
isn't it? Yeah. I've heard that it can give you an immediately flatter stomach and things like that. And...
Absolutely, and healthy skin and just feel amazing. Yeah, we have a lot of footballers and sports people that come in and have it done.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it really is... is there a problem, like, in the summer, if there's, like, a hosepipe ban or anything? Is there a... But, it's hard to know what the line of questioning should be, but aside from colonic irrigation, what other therapies do you do as a health therapist?
That's the only thing I do.
Oh, flip. So how many of those do you do a day?
5 to 6 a day normally, sometimes a few more.
Blimey. So nothing else in the pipeline? But an interesting thing happened to you. You were working with a patient, and
yes.
presumably she'd come in for the colonic irrigation, had she?
She'd come in, and she was quite an elderly patient.
Right.
And she filled out her form, and
yes.
like sometimes older people do, she went into a lot of detail about absolutely everything,
right.
including a verruca, which wasn't really relevant for the treatment that I was doing. But,
well, it's worth knowing, though, isn't it? Because, many's the time, verrucas... If I was... but you continue with the story. Yes.
So she'd filled out just about everything on her form, and then
right.
I got her onto the table, and then I needed to turn her over. So to guide her in the direction I wanted to go, I just sort of like moved her leg over.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, it came off in my hand. So she...
Her leg came off in your hand?
Her leg came off in my hand, and she hadn't...
Well, that's got rid of her verruca.
So she hadn't put on the form that she had a false leg, but she put everything else on.
Right then, Tracy, let's play What Cutlery Drops. Is it a knife or a spoon or a fork?
What? Cutlery drops.
Is it a spoon or a fork or a knife?
What? Cutlery drops.
You're going to hear an item of cutlery fall onto a table. You must tell me what item of cutlery it is. OK, you ready for this?
Yes.
Right, drop the cutlery. What do you think that is? Any ideas, audience? What do you think? What's that? Higher than a spoon? What do you think?
I think it's a fork.
All the audience aren't sure about that. Well, actually, you are wrong. It's a knife.
Oh.
God, flipping cutlery experts in the audience, aren't they? OK, are you ready for another one?
OK.
You need to get this right, because you've only got 2 more. So, here we go. Drop that cutlery. Any idea, audience? They said foon. What do you think?
I'm going to go with a knife.
Which was, of course, what the first one was.
Yes.
Very clever. And wrong, I'm afraid.
Oh.
The answer was that was a spoon.
Right,
So-
I'm going with the audience this time.
Yeah, well, no, stay here for a bit longer. Let's hear one more piece of cutlery drop. Drop that cutlery. What do you think, audience?
I think it's a fork.
You're absolutely right, it's a fork! Seeing as you're so good at this, maybe we'll make it slightly harder, but we'll drop some cutlery onto a drum. So let's hear. Drop that cutlery onto a drum. What's that? Audience, what do you think?
It did bounce, didn't it?
Yes, and as we know, only some cutlery does that. Come on then, what do you think?
OK, I'm going to go with a spoon.
Spoon's right! It's a spoon or a drum! Let's hear it for Tracy! I don't want to show off, ladies and gentlemen, but I am able to incorporate Northern Irish towns into jokes. I know what you're thinking. Is there any skill in that? You know, I read in the papers that the thief stealing T-shirts in order of size is still at large. I went to the head office of the RSPCA. It's absolutely tiny. You couldn't swing a cat in there. What a night we've had together. We've made so many memories here tonight. And do you know what? There's one word that sums it all up for me. And do you know what that word is? Gratitude. You guys, thank you for sharing your stories with me. Every single one of them was fascinating. I said, you guys, you bring new meaning to love at first sight. I won't forget you all, try as I might. And I'm gonna try tonight. I said, you guys, you were all so friendly and ever so perky. I still don't know how to cook a turkey. You've been inspired, I've been inspired, we've all been inspired. Thank you very much, good night. The Tim Ryan Chat Show is produced by Richard Morris and is a BBC Studios production.
All the guests on the Tim Vine Chat from the audience on the night of recording. The first time Tim meets them is when they walk up on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful Theatre Royal Opera House, here in the home of opera, Wakefield. This is the Tim Vine Chat Show. Let's hear it for your host, Tim Vine. Hello, Wakefield. Do you know, an extraordinary thing happened to me today. I was parked on the side of a hill. Suddenly, I was overtaken by 3 trees, a bollard, and a woman screaming, "Put your handbrake on." Yes, welcome to the Tim Vine Chat Show, the show where you, the audience, are the stars of a show, which can only mean one thing. What we need is a miracle. What we need is a miracle. And I believe in miracles, don't you?
I certainly do.
Wakefield's an exciting place. Madam, take that look off your face. Let's grab this one chance, and if this miracle comes true, it'll be a miracle. What a voice that woman's got. Give her a round of applause. What a night. The stars of tonight's glittering gala are in this very audience, and I, for one, can't wait to find out what feast of delicious surprises we will soon be tucking into and what the show will throw up. So I was walking down the street, 600 feet above sea level. It was a high street. My girlfriend said to me, she said, "Tim, how come you always walk in front of me?" I said, "I'm sorry, I don't follow you." And then a bloke came up to me, he said, "How would you like to own Wembley Stadium, Wembley Arena, and all their facilities?" I said, "Are you trying to give me a complex?" And then I saw this genie, and he was going, "I'm so frightened, I'm so frightened." I thought, he's lost his bottle. I said, "Can I have a go on your sword?" He said, "All right, I'll give you 3 swishes." Because he was a genie. Doesn't matter. So I went down to a local hospital and I saw a pixie and he was elated. Well, he was pixelated. I couldn't see his face. I said, are you here to give blood? He said, I'm not allowed to give blood. I said, why not? He said, I've got too much hemoglobin. But you know, I've got a friend who shall remain nameless who never got christened. Last time I went to a christening, the vicar was facing the wrong way. He was back to font. I saw a vicar in a cathedral, his left arm dropped off. I thought, he's a loose cannon. He said, do you deny getting married to 2 women? I said, I do. So I went to a karaoke night at the Vatican. London, Paris, New York, Munich. Everybody talk about Pope music. I said to this German, I said, can you tell me where the Pope lives? He said, that I can. I said, how come you've got a piece of meat in the boot of your car? He said, that is my spare veal. But ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing on guests from this very audience, and we need to play them on with brilliant music. Let's hear it for our house band, Miniature Beehive. Let's hear it for them. Ah, yes, Miniature Beehive, who, of course, featured in the film Kids, I Shrunk the Honey. Now, we will be doing some sound effects tonight. We've had a slight problem with our sound effect machine, so I hope that won't take away any enjoyment for you of the show. Excuse me while I throw this feather on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got catchphrases to learn. The first catchphrase is, I say to you here in the front row, I say to you, where were you born? And you say?
Hartlepool.
You were born in Hartlepool. I was born in Hartlepool. We were all born in Hartlepool. And we all join in with the third bit. Do you like colourful socks?
I love colourful socks.
You love colourful socks. I love colourful socks. We all love colourful socks. The second catchphrase is, I say, what's been killed? And you say, the atmosphere. Let's just try that now. What's been killed? The atmosphere. And the third catchphrase is, I say, temper, temper, and then you say, we're all friends here. Okay, there's only about 12 catchphrases. We'll get there in the end. Temper, temper. We're all friends here. The next catchphrase is, I say, don't do the jokes, and you all shout, leave that to Tim. Don't do the jokes. Leave that to Tim. Are you ready for the first guest? Yes. You're ready for the first guest. I'm ready for the first guest. We're all ready for the first guest. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage our first guest. He's a solicitor and former cowboy. Let's hear it for Nathan Bilton. Oh. Now, Nathan, you're a solicitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never fully understood what that is. What do you do on a day-to-day basis, starting from when you first get into the office?
Put on the computer.
You part with the computer. You say goodbye to that.
Put on the computer.
Oh, you put on the computer. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
whereabouts? I see. You switch it on. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, and it makes a little beep noise or something. Does it go beep?
Yeah.
It powers up. Right?
Yeah.
It's quite an exciting morning already. And what's the first thing that comes up when you do that? What comes up?
Sign in.
Sign in.
Password.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us that. Well, you put in a password, right?
Yeah.
Probably some upper and lowercase mixture, is it? And some numbers.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Great. Just checking you're doing all that.
Yeah.
And then. And then what comes up on the screen then after that moment that we're all familiar with? And then it suddenly goes into solicitor world, doesn't it? So what
It does.
then? Yeah.
Desktop.
Pardon?
Desktop.
You started speaking French. Desktop?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, we haven't yet got to your job yet. No, okay, right.
This is about 11:30.
11:30 by this stage. But okay, so it says desktop now. Okay, so then you then what is it? Does it ask you for another password or something, or do you then go on from that?
Into emails then.
You're into your email straight away.
Straight in. Yeah.
Goodness me, I can see why you wanted to do this job. It's and so the email. You do your emails first of all, do you, at the beginning of the day? Is that your first? Yeah.
Yep.
And what kind of what sort of things are you? Give me an example of a really great email you once got.
don't think I've ever had a really good one.
After lunch, do you do any work?
So I draft contracts. It's exciting.
Right, okay.
That's
You put them next to the
exciting
window, do you?
bit. Yeah.
Draft contracts, put them next to the window. Thank you, just the one person.
So a company might want a new IT system.
Yes.
So they find who they want to go with, and then we draft the contract about the IT system.
Right, okay. Tell us about your hobbies. I mean, it says here that you're a former cowboy.
Yes, I used to be a cowboy.
Right, and you gave that up to be a solicitor. You were looking for more excitement than the cowboy wasn't delivering. I'm actually wearing cowboy lingerie. Yeah, the silky bras are on me. In what capacity were you a cowboy?
So I was in Montana. I was emigrating to New Zealand at the time and stopped in Montana on the way.
Classic stopover, isn't it?
And then my mate who I was visiting arranged for me to go to a ranch and be a cowboy.
And what did you do on the ranch then?
They trained horses.
They trained horses?
Yeah, so broke them in.
What do you mean, you did burglaries with them? What do you mean? It doesn't quite work, that joke, when you think about it, but it's got some of the words of a joke in it. Now... And here we are, look, but listen, there's an extraordinary thing happened to you. During a haircut, something happened to you, didn't it?
Yeah.
So tell us, you were in the barber's.
So I was going to a wedding in Harrogate.
Right, you do get around, I must say. Was this on the way back from Montana? Right. You were at a wedding in Harrogate, yes?
And I needed to get a haircut beforehand.
Right.
So I'd never been to that part of Harrogate before.
Right, so it was a worrying time for you.
It was.
Yes.
So found a barber shop.
Well, good for you.
And it was a tiny barber shop.
Oh, well, what you just did with your hands there suggested it was the size of a phone box.
It wasn't much bigger.
It really was very small.
It was really small.
Right. Yes. You're right.
Yeah.
Because if it's too emotional, we can stop.
So I was sat there having my hair cut, and there was only me and the hairdresser in the shop.
Well, it's hard to do it on your own, isn't it? Yes.
Now, the hairdresser needed to go across the back of the shop for something else.
Right.
As soon as they did, the cupboard door opened and 6 firemen came out.
Well, what were they doing in there? What was that about?
What I hadn't realised is that it wasn't actually a cupboard, it was a flight of stairs to the flat upstairs.
Oh, I see. Maybe you'd asked for a shampoo and set on fire. So you were at the barber's, some firemen came out of the cupboard. I was at the barber's, some firemen came out of the cupboard. We were all at the barber's, some firemen came out of the cupboards. Let's play a little game. Are you familiar with the game Guess Who?
Yeah.
Are you? Well, this is football sticker Guess Who. It's okay, here we go. Just do the best you can. Right, he's got dark hair. He's not smiling. He's wearing a shirt. And he's slightly stubbly chin. Who's that?
Is it Mesut Özil?
No, it's Corey Evans from Northern Ireland.
Oh.
It's a harder version of that game, in fairness. Let's hear it for Nathan! Let's hear it for Nathan! A little song for you now on the guitar. This song is called Ode to My Girlfriend's Mother. Ode to my girlfriend's mother. 10,000 pounds. Did you ever see someone you know, but you didn't want to talk to them? So you pretended that you hadn't seen them? Well, let me tell you something. It doesn't work if you're in their house. Are you ready for the second guest? This next person is from Doncaster. They're a counsellor. Let's hear it for Claire Panlin. Let's hear it for Claire. Oh, hello, Claire.
Hello.
Oh, well, now you're a counsellor.
I am.
Right, so you're good at listening?
Yes.
And so you listen to people with problems?
Yeah, children.
Oh.
I know. I don't like children, though.
What's been killed? The atmosphere!
It might be depressing, this.
Well, let's just think about something. I mean, is it odd? It doesn't have to be depressing. I mean, it could be something... Well, you're right. Most of it's quite... But people have phobias, don't they?
They do.
Claire, are you scared of anything?
Yes.
What?
Cats.
What is it about cats that...
I don't know. They just freak me out and make me faint.
They make you faint? Do you... Oh, that's nice. People in the audience meowing. It's the sort of audience I get, I'm afraid.
I know.
But I'm just leaving a little pause there. So, do you have any pets?
No.
Oh, so it's all pets that you don't like?
No, I just don't have any, because my husband's mean.
Is he? You're sharing quite a lot for a counsellor.
I don't get to talk much, I only get to listen.
That's true, this is... Claire, something happened to you, and let's cheer everything up with a little anecdote you got for us. Tell us your anecdote. Where were you?
At a funeral.
Oh, good grief.
This is a real true story. So it was a sunny day in October.
Lovely.
And sadly, my godmother passed away, and it was her funeral. But I'd not seen anybody for such a long time that I didn't recognise family members. And the funeral, it was a cremation, and the...
Oh, cremations. They make my blood boil. Yes, go on.
The hearse rocks up.
Pardon?
The hearse rocks up.
The hearse rocks up.
Yeah. And there's all these old dears sort of milling around. So I get all these people into the thing. My auntie, by the way, was called Christine. And so we were all sat down. I failed to see the wreath that said Doris. Everybody's looking a bit confused as our sister Doris's funeral's taking place.
Yes,
I'm ushering everybody out and making them go back through the entrance again, so they in effect sat through 2 funerals.
An uplifting story. Now, listen, I'd like to try and give away prizes if I can. The prize is a secret wig, so keep that under your hat. So we're going to try something, and it's called Interrogate.
Interrogate.
My friend Terry has a gate. I'm going to play the sound of 3 different gates opening.
Right.
You have to decide which of these 3 gates belongs to Terry. Is it gate number 1? Is it gate number 2? Or is it gate number 3? Morning, Terry. Sorry, I did tell him to cut that bit out, actually. I don't know how that happened.
Interrogate.
Let's hear it for Claire! Thank you, Claire. Now I'm going to sing you a song on my guitar. This is called This Is the Noise You Hear. This is the noise you hear. This is what you hear when a cat slips on some ice. What? This is the noise you hear. This is what you hear when a dog remembers something sad. Ooh. This is the noise you hear. This is what you hear. When a man watering his plants finishes off a bottle of beer, then accidentally points the hose at his own face. No! This is the noise you hear. This is what you hear. When a car screeches to a halt, hits a small goat, and makes a witch laugh. This is the noise you hear. This is what you hear. When an audience isn't expecting a song to end. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This person is retired, and you know how much wisdom comes with that. Let's hear it for Martin Lees! Let's hear it for Martin! Martin, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're retired.
Yes.
So what were you doing before you were retired?
Working.
Right. Don't do the jokes! Leave that to Tim! But what job were you doing? What was the...
I worked for BT, and then I left BT and I became a childminder with my wife.
What were you doing at BT when you were at BT?
I was an engineer.
Right, what sort of... I never know what engineering...
Well, various roles throughout... I worked there...
Never mind lunch. Yes.
Okay, right.
But what did you do, though, as an engineer?
I worked in an exchange, and then I worked in a van and going out and doing transmission lineups. And
so what's the transmission lineup? What's that?
It's incredibly boring.
Well, let the audience be the judge of that. But, I mean, a transmission lineup certainly sounds exciting.
Transmission circuits for, like, bank ATM machines where the ATM's linked to a head office and we put the line in between the ATM and the bank and have to line the circuit up.
And you mind children as well.
Yes, now.
I tell you the thing that I do sometimes at cash points is, and you can do this if you want to wind someone up, wait till someone's finished using a cash point machine, then you go up to them with a pair of binoculars and you say, sorry, was the last number an 8 or a 3? Tell us about your incident with some sunglasses.
This was while I worked for BT. So I got up this morning, got dressed, put my sunglasses on, got in the car, drove to work.
Yes. Right.
Went out, did a few jobs, got some really strange looks off people. I thought, what's the matter with him? Why is he looking at me like that? That's strange. Yeah. Eventually I had to take my van into the workshop.
Yes.
The engineer in there gave me a really, really strange look. Went home that night and it was really warm and I thought, I need a wee. So I nipped upstairs to the toilet, like you do.
Well, if your toilet's upstairs, certainly.
Yeah. Walked into the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and one of the lenses had fallen out and was still in my pocket. So one was completely dark and the other was completely clear. And I went, oh, God.
How did you not know that it happened?
Well, because your eye reacts to light, doesn't it? So one eye would react to the dark lens and the other reacted to no lens. And I looked perfectly fine to me, but everybody was looking at me going, what the hell are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Martin. There he is. Do you know, when I'm not working as a comedian, I work for the Coast Guard, as you know. And the question I get asked more than any other question is, Tim, do you remember the names of the people you've saved? And I said, of course I do. Once you've saved someone's life, you never, ever forget them. I remember there was a guy called Mr. Brennan, and he was cut off by the tide in a giant echoey cave, and I managed to get in there, and I shouted for him. I said, Mr. Brennan! Mr. Bartlett! Mr. Bartlett! Mr. Bartlett! No, sorry, it's Mr. Bartlett, yes. Mr. Brennan was the day before, he didn't make it. So I went to this shop. I said, do you sell hoodies? He said, we've got so many of them, we've actually got a menu full of them. I said, can I play my violin? He said, of course you can. You play your violin and I'll get your hoodie menu in. Are you ready for the next guest? Yes! Me too. Please welcome to the stage an unemployed secretary. Let's hear it for Debbie Moore. Let's hear it for Debbie. Come on and join me, Debbie. So, Debbie, lovely to see you. Settle down there with it.
Pleased to meet you, Tim.
Well, very pleased to meet you as well, Debbie. Now, you say you're an unemployed secretary, but so are you looking for work as a secretary? Are you?
Yes, at the moment, yes.
Right. Well, maybe there's someone in the audience who needs a secretary. Is there anyone in the audience who needs a secretary? Will you speak? Well, anyway, I'm sure there's someone. But yeah, so what was the last company you worked for?
It was a Catholic college based in Wakefield, Thomas the Beckett's.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I've heard of Thomas the Becket. I'm going, oh yeah, but I've heard of. Well, he didn't have a great end, did he? But he. But what were you doing for? Who were you working for?
Well, it was basically the school. I was just temping there for about 6 weeks while someone was on maternity leave.
Then that person came back from maternity.
Yeah.
So they weren't away for an eternity. They were away for maternity. Oh, that would make well, it made me laugh inwardly. You have what's it say on your T-shirt, by the way?
The Haley Sisters, they're a country duo.
Ah.
But actually, there's 3 of them.
Right, name one of their songs. You name one of their songs, see if I can guess the tune.
I'm afraid I couldn't tell you.
OK, I'll have a go. I'm afraid I couldn't tell you when I saw you yesterday, riding your horse past my window and chucking up bales of hay. I just didn't know what to do. You threw a stirrup and you made me some stew, and then you went and told your friends that it is... Seeing as you want to work as a secretary, and you have done in the past, and words are your thing, let's play Whistle Word. Whistle Word. I'm going to whistle a word, and you've got to try and guess what it is, OK? So, for example, that's train. Okay? And that's teeth. OK, so here is your word.
Elbow.
It had 3 syllables.
I was never really good at maths. It's true.
I'll go again.
Wallflower.
That's 3 syllables. Wallflower.
I'm getting there, aren't I?
You are getting there. That's wrong, as it happens. The word I was looking for was momentum. Let's hear it for Debbie! Probably, like me, you're wondering how many different types of mouthwash there are. Well, I've asked someone to look that up on the internet. I said Google. Do you know, a long time ago, I said to my father, I want to be a comedian. He said, well, practice in the bath. So I did, now I am one. He gave the same advice to my brother, but unfortunately, he wanted to be an electrician. So I went to the electrical shop. I said, I'd like someone to sell me a kettle. He said, Kenwood. I said, where is he? So I went to the supermarket. I said, that vinegar's got lumps in it. He said, those are pickled onions. Do you know, I said to this bloke, I said, I've just bought a guitar for my girlfriend. He said, a Fender? I said, no, she liked it. But you know, as we reach the end of this incredible experience together, one word is echoing around my head. Do you know what that word is, madam? Do you know what it is? It's gratitude. You guys, thank you for sharing your stories with me. Every single one of them was really great. You guys, when I look at your faces, my heart starts to soften. You have an encouraging smile. You should use it more often. And yours a little bit less. I said, you guys, you're
wonderful stories gave me so much joy. Makes me want to go to Montana and become a cowboy. You've been inspired, I've been inspired, we've all been inspired. Good night, Wakefield!
The Tim Vine Chat Show is produced by Richard Morris and is a BBC Studios production.